In the first video of our Nostalgia Month, we will look at some of the most mysterious and still unexplained images from aliens, ghosts and ancient UFOs. All you need to do to step back in time is hit those lights, sit back and enjoy. The Ilkley Moor Alien. Ilkley Moor, located in Yorkshire, England, is a large conservation area and a popular destination for walkers and tourists, offering breathtaking views of the Yorkshire Dales. It is surrounded by fascinating stories of strange creatures and mysterious lights that appear in the fog. Adding to the intrigue, it is situated near RAF Menwith Hill, a top-secret military base often referred to as the UK's Area 51. This peculiar facility is protected by large 30-foot spheres designed to monitor any external threats. Given this context, it's perhaps not surprising that the moor is the site of one of the most extraordinary alien encounters in Great Britain. On December 1, 1987, retired British police officer Philip Spencer, not his real name, left his home early in the morning to meet his father-in-law, who lived on the other side of Ilkley Moor. It was still dark when he said goodbye to his wife and children. The fog hadn't lifted, so Spencer used a compass to guide him through the murky air. He was also armed with a camera, hoping to capture the beautiful sights of the moor as the sun began to rise. However, what he actually captured was something entirely different. As he passed through an area called White Wells, he was distracted by a movement. Looking through the mist, he saw a creature with long arms, resembling a sock monkey. The creature, which was looking directly at him, appeared to move its right arm as if it were waving. At that moment, Spencer pulled out his camera and took a photograph. Take a look. Shortly after the shot was taken, the entity disappeared. Spencer described the creature as having big black eyes, pointed ears, and strangely long arms with hoof-like feet split into two toes. He attempted to follow the creature, hoping to discover what it was, but unfortunately it moved out of sight. What he did see was a dome-shaped spacecraft that rose from the moor and vanished into the sky. Feeling slightly confused, Spencer continued to his father-in-law's village. Upon arrival, he noticed the church clock read 10 a.m. He realized he had lost 2 hours somewhere along the route and had no idea why, leading him to question whether he had imagined the entire experience. However, his doubts were dispelled when he processed the photographs he had taken and saw the creature exactly as he remembered it. The negative of the photograph was later examined by various experts who found no signs of tampering, but the strangeness did not end there. Spencer began experiencing odd yet vivid dreams in which he repeatedly saw a starry sky. These dreams were so constant that he was later advised to undergo hypnosis to try to revisit what happened that day. Under hypnosis, he recalled how the creature approached him just before he took the photo. He remembered the wind blowing and the green creature moving closer to him, leaving him frozen in place. Then everything went fuzzy and he felt as though he was floating in the air while the green creatures walked ahead of him. He then saw a big silver saucer with a door that he was reluctant to enter before everything went black. He also remembered being examined by the creatures inside the ship, who showed him a movie about a disaster that would occur if humanity did not stop population growth and pollution. Afterward, he was returned to the moor with no memory of his abduction. It's worth noting that Philip Spencer did not seek fame or money from his story and is one of the few abductees who has shown evidence to prove his encounter. What are your thoughts on this case? Did Spencer capture a genuine image of an alien creature, or is there a more plausible explanation? Hampton Court Skeletor. Hampton Court Palace, located in Surrey, England, was once the home of King Henry VIII. After acquiring the house in 1514, he renovated it into a royal residence, featuring expansive gardens and an impressive 1,390 rooms. Over the years, the palace has housed many members of the royal family, and since Queen Victoria opened it to the public in 1838, it has become a popular historical attraction. As you would expect with a building with so much history, the place is believed to be teeming with the ghosts of its former residents. Among its most popular supernatural inhabitants are Catherine Howard, the fifth wife of Henry VIII. Catherine, who was later beheaded, is said to haunt the palace, and her screams have been heard by both visitors and staff. Jane Seymour, Henry's third wife, who died after giving birth to Prince Edward, also haunts the palace and has been spotted on the silver stick stairs carrying a candle. The Grey Lady, believed to be the ghost of a servant and nurse to Prince Edward and Elizabeth I, emerged in spirit form after her tomb was moved in 1829. She has been heard making strange noises near to a recently discovered antique spinning wheel. However, perhaps the most famous ghost of all is that of Henry VIII himself, known as the Hampton Court Skeletor. His specter has been regularly witnessed by staff and visitors and has even been captured on CCTV in fairly clear footage. In December 2003, security staff first reported doors swinging open with no apparent cause. Then the next day, the phenomenon occurred again, but this time a ghostly figure was visible. Take a look. As you would expect, the footage made headlines around the world, and despite many attempts to debunk it, to date the footage remains one of the clearest ghost images ever. Let us know your thoughts on this one, the haunting image of the Candyman's unknown victim. Dean Call was a notorious American serial killer and sex offender who abducted, tortured and murdered at least 29 teenage boys and young men in Houston and Pasadena, Texas between 1970 and 1973. Often referred to as the Candyman, Call earned this nickname because he and his family previously operated a candy factory in Houston Heights, and he was known for handing out free candy to local children. He was aided in his horrific crimes by two teenage accomplices, David Brooks and Elmer Henley. The series of murders known as the Houston Mass Murders came to light when Henley fatally shot Call during an argument about a female victim he had taken to Call's apartment. It was only during investigations into his murder that Call's chilling reign of terror was revealed, and the case quickly became one of the worst examples of serial murder in United States history. Call typically lured his victims with promises of parties, and once they were inside his vehicle, he would drive them to various addresses close to his home. There he would either forcefully or deceptively restrain them. Each victim was subsequently killed by either strangulation or a gunshot from a .22 caliber pistol. Call and his accomplices buried 18 of their victims in a rented boat shed, 4 others in a wooded area near Lake Sam Rayburn, 1 victim on a beach in Jefferson County, and at least 6 victims along the Bolivar Peninsula. Brooks and Henley confessed to assisting Call in several abductions and murders, and both were sentenced to life imprisonment. Henley told the police that Call had been paying him and Brooks $200 each to entice young boys to his home. Years later, filmmaker Josh Vargas began researching the crimes for a documentary. After interviewing Henley's mother, she revealed that after her son's conviction, she had packed up all his belongings and discarded them in an abandoned school bus in a field where they remained untouched for 40 years. She allowed Vargas to examine the boxes, and as he sifted through the belongings, he discovered Polaroids of Call's toolbox and torture implements along with this haunting photograph. Take a look. What makes this image particularly chilling is that the boy is in handcuffs and strapped to a vise next to a toolbox known to contain various instruments that Call used to torture his victims. After Henley's arrest in 1973, his mother revealed that the police never searched her son's belongings. Had they done so, it is likely the young boy would have had a better chance of being identified. Sadly, he is almost certainly one of the Candyman's victims. However, as of 2026, who he is remains unknown. Ancient Spaceship. The Madonna with Saint Giovannino is a 15th century painting that depicts the Madonna holding the infant Christ along with Saint John the Baptist. Although it is believed to have been painted by Domenico Ghirlandaio, the artist, and the painting's origin cannot be definitively confirmed. Currently, the painting is displayed in Palazzo Vecchio in Italy. In the artwork, you can see the Madonna at the forefront with the infant Christ, while Saint John the Baptist is also present. In the background, there is a shepherd with his dog, all very reminiscent of the time. However, if you examine the background sky, you'll notice something that seems completely out of place. Upon closer inspection, the object resembles a dome-shaped metallic structure that emits luminous spheres around it, similar to the traditional flying saucers we are familiar with today. The dog and the shepherd appear to have noticed the object, as you can see the shepherd pointing to the sky while his dog barks. Just to the left of the anomaly you can see what looks like a large finger pointing at it. It's worth noting that many nativity paintings from this era are known for their striking depictions of glowing clouds with angels descending from them while awestruck shepherds gaze in wonder. However, what sets this particular painting apart is that the clouds don't resemble the traditional forms we're used to, and given that airplanes and similar technology hadn't yet been invented, one has to wonder what the artist was attempting to convey. This artwork was created in the 15th century, so if the artist witnessed something out of the ordinary, his only means of representation was through painting, as photography was not an option. Some speculate that this could be an early sighting of a UFO, raising the intriguing possibility that extraterrestrials may have been visiting us for centuries. Sadly, due to the painting's age and the lack of information surrounding it, we may never fully uncover the meaning behind the Madonna with Saint Giovannino. Nonetheless, it has sparked curiosity about the intersection of religion and the potential for alien life, making it a compelling topic for ongoing discussion and analysis that may never be resolved. What do you think this picture depicts? Angels, aliens, or something else entirely? Pathway to Heaven. In 2017, a tragic road accident in Gainesville, Georgia claimed the lives of Hannah Simmons, her friend Lauren Buto, and Hannah's 9-month-old daughter Alana. The three were returning from a doctor's appointment when Simmons lost control of her vehicle, swerving directly into the path of an oncoming truck. The aftermath of the accident caused a significant traffic jam as emergency responders rushed to the scene. Among those caught in the standstill was Anissa Gannon, who was on her way to work. While waiting in traffic, she took a photo of the crash site to show her boss that she was stuck. The photograph captured a beam of light shining down on the wreckage, with two lighter patches emerging from the debris. Take a look. Later, she shared the image with her aunt, who immediately described the light as a pathway to heaven. Gannon decided to share the image with the families of the victims, believing it might bring them some comfort. She felt that the three beams represented the spirits of Hannah, Lauren, and Alana embarking on their journey to the afterlife. Upon receiving the photo, the families found solace in it, interpreting it as a sign from their loved ones indicating that they had reached a safe place. While skeptics argue that the light beams are coincidental, this is not the first time such phenomena have been reported following a tragedy. One of the earliest incidents was in 1913. At that time, Luther McCarty was a highly regarded American professional boxer, recognized as one of the greats in his field, and by the age of just 21 he had already clinched the heavyweight championship title. On May 24, 1913, McCarty made his way to Calgary, Alberta, to face Canadian heavyweight Arthur Pelkey. Having never suffered an official defeat, he entered the ring as the clear favorite to win the match. With a smile on his face, McCarty stepped into the ring. The first round started with a few punches, but nothing significant occurred initially. However, 1 minute and 45 seconds in, Pelkey landed an uppercut that jolted McCarty's head. As he stumbled around the ring, he received another left-right combo to the jaw. He managed to smile at the crowd, but then suddenly fell flat on his back, leaving the arena in stunned silence. As he lay motionless on the ring floor, a photograph was taken. Take a look. That day in Canada was cloudy, but as McCarty took his final breath, a ray of light broke through the arena's glass roof and the ghostly beam illuminated McCarty's lifeless body. The image was later dubbed the 10 seconds of light. The exact cause of McCarty's death has never been definitively determined. Initially, it was believed to be heart failure. However, physicians later revealed that he had a dislocated vertebra in his neck, likely caused a few days earlier while he was riding a bucking Mustang, and the punch from Pelkey exacerbated the dislocation, ultimately leading to his tragic demise. Today, McCarty's legacy is largely forgotten, yet he is still remembered through the haunting image of 10 seconds of light. So that's it. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It really goes a long way. Stay safe and we'll see you next time.